Hey everybody, it's me, Myra, at Down Home Money, a simple approach to financial freedom. I hope you're doing well. It's Tuesday, it's my day, and I'm excited to be with you. So, first of all, I just thought that, you know what, I'm going to prepare you with my 2021 housing market predictions. I thought I'd get you prepared because here we go. We are that close to 2021. Who would have thought that the pandemic would still be going on? Here it is, December. I don't know about you, but in February, March, I had no idea that in December we would still be struggling with the pandemic and with COVID and with people dying and all the things that are happening. It's just so sad. I just can't, it's hard to believe. I mean, I lost a colleague this week to COVID. And so now it's really starting to hit home for a lot of us. We know people who have it, or we've actually lost people. So anyway, my thoughts and prayers are with you if you're struggling with COVID, or you've lost a family member, or you have a family member struggling. My thoughts and prayers are with you. So let's talk about the housing market. Let's talk about the housing predictions for 2021. So just a few things are going on. In case this is your first time on my channel, let me just share with you, I know a little bit about housing, and let me tell you why. I own 3 franchises that sold so far this year. We're going to finish the year with a little over 1.4 billion, that's with a B, in real estate. So really exciting. I have over 650 real estate agents. I'm in 3 markets. I'm in Northern Kentucky, Columbus, Ohio, and Denton, Texas. So it's pretty exciting, and all 3 areas are absolutely booming. And you're probably seeing that where you are. So when you see videos, and I've done one about the market crash, you're like, how can the market crash? There's hardly any houses on the market. And so today I want to just share with you where we're going, where we're at, where we're going, and there's several things that can happen. So let's get started. So I've got some information for you from the National Association of Realtors, and it's kind of their predictions, right? So they're saying that housing prices will increase by 8% in 2021. And then they're saying that they will increase by 5.5 in 2022, with 30-year fixed loans rate of 3 to 3.25. So they think respectively in 2021 and 2022. So here's the thing, though. The reason they're saying the increase, because they really feel like that we are going to have an increase due to the lack of inventory. And a lot of people don't understand that. They just feel like, wow, this is just the real estate market's going crazy. I can tell you, inventory is so low in my offices. If I had more inventory, I could sell more houses. The problem is we've got a lot more buyers than we have sellers right now because they cannot find the houses. I'll tell you a perfect example, which just blew me out of the water. My neighbor put their house on the market and priced it right based on value, right? At $499, that was the price. 3 days later, because of holding offers, the price was increased to $575, and they got multiple offers. Price was increased on MLS, not just just accepting offers and increased on MLS. Yeah. And they got multiple offers, and it's pending. So we'll find out exactly what it sold for after it closes. But I can honestly tell you it's because there's no inventory. If that same house would have gone on the market, it probably would have sold 100,000 less last year in 2019. And that's because we live in the country and we live on acreage, and that's where people are going to. If you haven't noticed, a lot of people are moving out. They're moving into the country. We've got more requests looking for land, looking for houses on land. So it's very interesting what's going on. So if you pay attention, or if you talk to somebody, or watch my channel, somebody that is really boots on the ground. Plus, I've got a 30,000 foot view because I've kind of got a bird's eye view because of 3 offices. I'm getting to see 3 different states and the market and what's happening, and all 3 of them are just killing it. I just never seen anything like it. I mean, inventory is the lowest it's been in nearly 40 years. 40 years. This is all according to NAR. That's the biggest reason that home prices are going up so fast, is because, and they're going up faster than incomes, right? And it's also, though, it's making home ownership unaffordable for so many people. And that is a whole nother problem. And, according to the chief economist of the National Association of Realtors, we are facing a housing crisis because it's a shortage. We have a shortage of affordable housing, and the supply is critical in our current environment. It's because of supply, meaning that the supply is what has caused the critical housing shortage in the environment that we are in right now. So always remember supply and demand. Whenever supply is really high, and I've been in those markets, and that was considered a buyer's market. When we had plenty of houses on the market, it would be high inventory, buyer's market, right? Low inventory, it becomes a seller's market because now buyers don't have so many choices. And that's when you see a lot of multiple offers. I hear a lot of people, a lot of home buyers complaining that they've written contracts on 3 houses and haven't gotten anything yet. And that is a seller's market. And it takes time to come out of these markets. And so that's why I wanted to share with you some of the reasons some of our predictions are the way they are, because timing is everything. So we need more homes. So if you are considering putting your home on the market, you will get the most money for your home as a seller right now. It's just the way it is because of it. Now, once forbearances and foreclosures and the moratorium on evictions is lifted, and so we will have more inventory. There'll be landlords that decide, I do not want to be a landlord anymore, and they'll be putting their properties on the market. And there may be some landlords that got behind because their tenant wasn't paying the rent, and they'll put their properties on the market. There is some good news, though. Everybody's home equity right now is higher than it's ever been. Does that make sense? Because people aren't going to go, as many people aren't going to go into foreclosure as people think, because they have more equity in their homes. And what I mean by that is that right now, the average home equity, let me find it here. I got it. Home equity grew $1 trillion this year, breaking a 6-year record. Homeowners with mortgages there's about 63% total. Did you realize that like 37%, almost 40% people's homes are paid for? So 63% of the total saw that their equity grew by 10.8% since the third quarter of 2019. This is all from CoreLogic. CoreLogic estimates 1.6 million homes, or 3% of all mortgages, are underwater or negative. That is not very many. So what they're saying is if they're behind on payments, they're probably going to throw their house on the market. If they're struggling, they've got equity in their homes. And so there's not that many underwater based on what they owe on the home and what the home's value is because of that 10.8% increase in equity because of home values. That equates to an increase of a homeowner's wealth to $17,000 per household. That's pretty cool when you look at that. 2008's market was a lot different than our market today. In 2008, I was selling houses like crazy back then, and we had no doc loans. We had people getting loans that should not have been getting loans, and that's why they went underwater. We had people that would raise the sales price. So what they would do is they would raise it, the down payment and the closing costs. They would raise it up to 8% above what the real actual sales price would be if you paid cash. they would raise it up to 8% and then finance 100% of it. Those are probably the ones that are underwater, because it doesn't really, they already raised it. So because of that, that's what caused the storm we had in 8 and 9, 7, 8, 9. That's what caused that housing crisis. We don't have that right now. But we do have, we have unemployment that is an issue. And unemployment, our jobless claims, the numbers, Americans filing for unemployment benefits this last week was 885,000. It increased. That was an increase for the week of December 12th. Average unemployment rate in the U.S. is 5.77% from 1948 to 2020. The high was in April of 2020 this year. It was 14.7%. So that is a concern. But here's the good news. Our record, as of November of 2020, we're back down from the 14% down to 6.7%. Hopefully our government's going to give some more stimulus to keep things rolling. And if they do, that changes everything. So when they give that stimulus, that will keep us going. So my prediction for the housing market is, I think it's going to go up. I agree with NAR. I think that the housing market will continue to go up until the supply changes. And the only way the supply can change, and it will, because the spring's coming and people put their houses on the market in the spring. If we get the vaccine, people will no longer be scared to have people coming in their houses. So hopefully that will help also. And then if they do lift the moratorium on evictions and foreclosures, we will have some. I don't see big numbers. I think that will come in the third to fourth quarter of the year. But I think that right now we are going to see housing prices keep going up. I really feel like that because of where we are right now. Our market is strong, and I see it in my offices. And I just feel like that we are going to have a good year in 2021. And if you're on the fence about buying a house, now I will tell you this: if you are on a fence about buying a house, then keep renting. Make sure that you buy the house that you really want to live in the area you want to live in. Don't sacrifice, because values could go down. They could level out, right? 5%. For us to have a housing market crash, it's going to take a drop 20 to 25% in the value of your home. I don't see that happening right now. I'll keep you posted because everything's changing. It's like we're bobbing and weaving all the time, and things are changing. We just don't know. We will know more after the first of the year, and more people get the vaccine, and kind of we get to see where we're at on that and how our economy, do you think that we're going to quit wearing masks someday? Down in the comments, tell me what you think. Do you think that we'll actually stop wearing masks, or do you think some of our society will keep wearing masks in the future? It's kind of an interesting conversation. A lot of people are talking about it. When will we get to stop wearing masks? And I heard Fauci say probably not till third quarter or fourth quarter of next year. So anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you're getting time off with your family. And it's going to be a great 2021. You know what? We're just going to all move forward and make it great. So thank you so much for your support this year. I started my YouTube channel in February, and you guys have so supported me. I appreciate every single one of you for subscribing and giving me a thumbs up, and telling your friends about my channel. Because here at Down Home Money, it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep and what you do with it. And so, are you buying assets? We talk about real estate, life, and money. Be sure and come back. We have a video every Tuesday. So be sure and come back, and we will see you next Tuesday. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe. See you. Don't forget to order my book on Amazon, Down Home Money, A Simple Approach to Financial Freedom, the book version. I think you'll love it. It just takes you step by step to get to financial freedom. See you soon.